Taurus, welcome to your reading. I'm Natalie and I'm an artist and tarot card reader living in Vienna, Austria. Welcome to the Moon Shadow Garden, welcome to Leo season. This is your reading, and first of all I will give out the general message that I've been receiving. I feel like some of you are kind of crying out for help but not receiving any, or receiving not enough. You've been calling for help for quite some time. Maybe not really verbally, but you made sure that it was obvious that you were kind of running on low energy and that people weren't just unaware of what's going on with you. On the other hand, another group has been preparing for something bigger, maybe a journey, maybe a job change, career change, relationship change even, but I feel it's more like something where you needed to save up and now is the time to move it, to spend that money, to go into that business, to really bring that forward where you've been working so hard for it. So I feel like there are two groups here. One is more depleted than the other. The other has been managing their energies well and have not been as brutally bruised by Cancer season, where I feel like the first group, the one that's asking for help, I feel like in Cancer season everybody was so busy with their own stuff that people were not able to help you as much as you've probably needed. And now you feel kind of tired and exhausted and maybe even angry and frustrated, and some of you a bit resentful, while the other group gets to really act out whatever it is that they planned for quite some time. Okay, so that's the general thing. Now let's look at what's in the cards for you. Ooh, first card is already out. I feel that is the contract that you have with Leo season. This is your soul contract that you can have with this month. Whatever you ask for, there's a high chance that it will be given to you in exchange for your anger and your honesty. So you have to be aware that your frustrations must not be taken out on others. And on the other hand, you still have to communicate honestly, and you have to step up and stand up for yourself and others while not being rude. That's a very tight rope. That's a very tight line to walk. Not the easiest, but that's, I feel, is what's being asked of you, and you will reap some really, really good rewards. But not in the beginning. In the beginning, it's more like, we have a lot of tower moments here. That's with the first group, where I feel like sudden illness, like a sudden break of, you feel like your world is falling apart. The things that you've been planning for so long get called off the day before. So it's like really like you're planning for a wedding, and then the day before something happens and it's gone. And it's for the greater good, but you really cannot see that now. I don't feel like this goes for all of you, so not every tower moment has to be this drastic. On the other side, this could be like really realizing what's been going on in the background and how others have taken advantage of you. Somebody is playing games. Somebody's playing games. That's what I get. Somebody's playing games and you have fallen into their trap. Interesting. But you being the Taurus that you are, there's nothing really that can get you off your throne as long as you plan for the long run. As long as you really don't join the drama. Taurus. Look, I never realized that on the throne, on the top here, there's your head. I never saw that before. So this is really you after the tower moment. You're like, okay, I'm done with these games. I'm done with it. This moment, this tower moment is so grounding. While you're falling off a tower, sure, you're on the ground now. So this is a grounding experience, but it brings you back to your element, the earth. This is where you need to be. Oh, look, two cards. Look, Taurus. This is so good. Stability and giving from the overflow. Whoa, is this powerful. So the tower moment brings you into something that is way bigger and better for you than you can have ever anticipated. super duper stability. So whoever ran away from the wedding is coming back, or something new will happen that is very stable, and then you can give and you can be there for others, and others actually are grateful for your help. So you see those, I mean, they're beggars here, but they're really looking up to this person here. Great. Wow, good turn. So there's a switch, there's a change in there. Great reading. If you look at the other readings from the other signs, I think every reading starts out like this. Every reading is like in the beginning and then super good. Great. So the change between Cancer and Leo, water and fire, everybody struggles with that. You're not alone. And you're the master of your traits. So it may be a little bit chaotic in between. It may be that certain influences are there which make things a little bit more unstable. Plans do not go as well as you thought, but you're able to juggle everything easily, so it's not really upsetting to you. This is like minor differences from the original plan. Nothing too big. You're really on top of your game now. Until you aren't. Yes, I thought this would happen. If we look at this card, backstabbing. So remember when I said somebody's playing games? I feel like for the group where this is valid, it shows now. So in the middle of the month, their games will be on the table. You will not be too happy about this, and you will be triggered and you will be hurt, but it will be on the table and you will have some clarity about this. You will see it clearly, who it is, what happened. It very much feels like two different groups. And you know which group you're in. And from there, it's so good. It's not it's good. So that's what I love about Taurus. Taurus, you can be smacked in the face and about 20 minutes later, you're up on the throne again. It's like, how? People who play games with you are frustrated. It must be so tiresome to try to bring a Taurus, battery exhausted, sorry for that, but it must be so frustrating to try to bring a Taurus down from his or her throne, because you have some tenacity, like everything in your nature is rooted and down here, but it's like really trying to pick up a cow with a single hand. You won't manage. It's too hard. And I feel like this is what's happening here. So yes, they might try to hurt you for a bit, but in Leo season, where the regeneration happens even faster, it's even harder. So this is probably the worst time to try to trick and hurt a Taurus. Whoever is trying to play games with you, pity them. Even better. Come on. 2 major arcana. The Fool first and now the Magician. Does it get it any better? So it feels like every time you're smacked down to the ground, you pick up more energy from the earth. It's like, yep, you're back in your element. Come on, let's go. It's even stronger now. This is incredible. I love this. I love it. And from there... To me, this is the Fool once more. If you look at these two, they're kind of similar. They're kind of similar in their energy. This is the Focus card. So this is like, okay, now you got all the options, because the Magician has every and all options that there are, and you just pick one. And since it's the Pentacle here, I think you should try to invest into something that will return back to you over and over again, like income that just keeps giving, something like that. I don't know where that comes up, but it feels like finances or stability, that gift that keeps on giving. So that if there is something where you can generate a little bit more income on the side without doing too much, build on that. I feel like this is very much beneficial for you. And now after that, as we go into Virgo season, please Taurus, don't focus on everything that hasn't worked out this month. Please don't be too disappointed. in the people who have played games with you, in the situations that haven't worked out. You take it personally. You feel like you're the failure or that the month has been a failure, but that's not true. There's still enough cups standing, so focus on what has been working for you, because there are, major, big cards. Big cards up here. It's such a great reading, really. But I feel like sometimes you get stuck on this here and sometimes you get stuck on this here. Don't let that take away all the good things that happened in Leo season. Okay, Taurus, very good reading. Let's look at the cards as I see them. Okay, Taurus, welcome back again. This is your spread, and if you look at it, there's so much positive in here. It's just that you have some major realizations, and don't let yourself be dragged down by that. But let's start at the beginning. So I feel like there's really a soul contract that you get to make with Leo season. So if you say yes to everything that comes up, may it be good or bad, you will get so much out of this season. So if you say yes, and if you be honest, if you're honest with your communication, if you're honest with the way you spread your message, without being too harsh or without being cruel. And if you say yes, this is the action card, this is the active yes saying to the deal up here. If you say yes to that, first of all, you're going to be smacked in the face a little, which is like, okay, this is the trust fall. This is the trust fall. So if you're going to fall, we will land softly. But in the fall, you might feel like you've been played games with by Leo season. But in the reality, somebody else has been playing games with you for a long time, and Leo is just destroying the construct that hasn't been working for you. You get to be in your throne again. You get to be the master of the season. So this is very rewarding. Even though it feels like falling in the beginning, it's going to be so good for you. Look, you're moving into stability even more. So whoever has been playing games with you and whoever has sort of called off the wedding is either going to return or is going to be replaced by somebody who's really worth it. This is the stability that you've been looking at in certain partnerships, in friendships, in your career. If there are any contracts, this is where it goes, and you are coming into a state of overflow, and you're able to give back to the people where you feel like you want to give something to them, and they look up to you so much. So this is a really good situation. Then things go out of plan a little bit here and there, but you're able to manage that quite easily as you have returned to your power, and now you're like, okay, well, you can juggle this until at some point you don't. But that doesn't necessarily need to happen. I feel like that's only for a certain group that has either family struggles or vicious people around them. They will try to stab you and they will try to bring you down, and sometimes it even works. The thing is it doesn't work for long, so you cannot bring down a Taurus. You just can't. They are too strong. You're too strong for this. Look at this. So you're starting over anew. You basically leave the other person depleted like this because they are running out of energy to like torment you. And there's a new start and there's a fresh start where you have everything at your hand. You're really the magician yourself. People will think like you're magic. How can you go from this to this to this so quickly? And while the others are still wondering, you're already picking your projects, you're already picking a new focus and make it to be something that keeps on giving back to you. It's like passive income, something like that. I don't know how that could be or what that could be, but that's what's asked of you. And then before we jump into Virgo season, please look back at this and see the good. Don't get stuck in this here. See that you are the king. You are stable, you are able to give back, you're such a generous person, and you're new all over. So don't fall back into the looking at things in a negative kind of way, and you will be fine for Virgo season. Okay, Taurus, thank you so much for watching. If you got something out of this video, please subscribe to the channel, join our community, share it with your friends. I'm glad to see the community grow so quickly. Thank you to everyone who already shared, and I will talk to you soon in Virgo season. Bye.